It's February and we're all looking for ways to spread our Monster Hunter love all the way throughout our house. What better way to do it than with figures? This isn't a sponsored video by any means, but Pop Games did contact me. They just finished up these lines of Monster Hunter figures and they were kind enough to send me samples of them. And they said it was sort of a thank you because they watch my channel and they enjoy my content, so that really meant a lot. The thing is I know we don't get a lot of licensed Monster Hunter product, especially in this price range. This is only about 10 to 12 or 10 or 11 US dollars. So I wanted to actually make a video showing off my new toys because some of you may be curious about actually purchasing them yourself, and you kind of want to see what they look like in the real world because renders don't always do the actual final product justice. This here is the Rathalos. I really like the paint job that they did. Again, remember this is only like an $11 figure, so to get something with a strong, sturdy build quality and material and good painting is actually really impressive. It does come on a stand here, which is really sturdy and kind of thick, so I think you can place this on just about anything. Let's get a glamour shot. Rathalos, definitely a cool monster, very iconic for the series. Again, this is really thick plastic, so like I'm using power here to try to squeeze it, and you can see it doesn't want to budge. So if you have a kid and you love Monster Hunter stuff and you want some figures but you don't want them destroying it, these sort of deformed series might actually be really good. Because I don't think you're going to be able to easily break it. I do enjoy the profile for this figure at an angle, so this is kind of something you might want to put on like an audio interface or anything that's next to your computer and just sort of spicing up your editing area. Okay, next up is Ogre. Now this is of course the Monster Hunter classic branding. This is not Monster Hunter World, although I do hope that enough of us get excited and we tell Capcom, come on, we really want Ogre for Monster Hunter World. I think it'd be a perfect match. Here's what that figure looks like. This is another one that's really thick and sturdy. See a little side shot here. Oh, that tail, just the way it sticks up makes me want to cut it off. There it is again. All right, let's check this out from the other angles, shall we? Again, really good paint job. I think they captured the colors of the monster very well. He's got this little cute squatting position. This, of course, being a very stark contrast to the very high-end, very realistic and ferocious-looking, awesome figure that they just announced from Kinetic Kits. I think I'm saying that name right. There's an image on the screen of that, which I'm really looking forward to. But again, this is just really good for the price range and quality. Next up is the Feline. For me, though, the Feline, I wasn't quite feeling it as well. I think it's got such a characteristic design already that when you deform it, it feels really off or different for me. Another good thing about the sturdiness of these things is if you notice this package actually got a little bit abused in the international shipping, but it didn't harm the figure whatsoever. It's another very good point about this nice hard plastic is that they don't break easily. This one you can actually rotate the head like the Exorcist and turn it around. My one fault I really don't like about this figure though is although it's nice, it doesn't really stand sturdy. It's just falling over. I think it's the weight of the head and there's nothing else on the actual figure to off balance it, so this is something that you're going to want on a toy shelf or somewhere where it's not going to get knocked or bumped because it will fall over quite easily, which is very unlike the other figures in this lineup. Go ahead and turn this thing around so you can see all designs from the fronts and the sides. And of course, yeah, the head. Okay, now on to the Hunter, which is actually probably my favorite outside of Rathalos. This is actually a Hunter from Monster Hunter World, as you can tell by the slinger on its arm. And just the amount of detail they put into this figure, in both the weapon, the crest and emblems, the armor, I think it's really well done. And the cool thing is although it is a bipedal and it stands on two legs, very much unlike the cat, the feline, this thing stands up really nice, and I think it's because they counterbalance the weight of the head with the sword and just the overall positioning of the legs being nice and thick human legs. I think it's great. It's very easy to pose. You can rotate the head a little bit, and I like the expression that they captured. It's a hunter that's determined but not too aggressive or mean. I think they really captured the essence of a hunter. Especially if you're into a greatsword, I think having, a hunter with a greatsword on your desk could be a fun way to enjoy Monster Hunter as you play. Anyways, what do you guys think? This is the lineup. These things are available in the West. Again, only anywhere between 10 to 12 US dollars. A very great thing. I love licensed product, and it's nice to see it come out of Monster Hunter, so I hope they're successful so we can see more. They actually have no idea I decided to make a video on these things because they just arrived, but they might be looking. So put in the comments below if there's any other monsters you'd love to see a figure of. I'd like to know, and I'm sure they would as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy hunting.